Welcome everyone. Today we'll talk about business intelligence in this particular video. So the agenda is very simple and straight. What is business intelligence? As in decision making capacity. You are going to utilize your intelligence, your logic, your knowledge to come and arrive to a decision. And that is what a manager is expected to do. So business intelligence is all about BI applications, the data analysis they're about, and how do we present the results. Allow me to scrutinize further. Look what we are talking about. We are talking about data and nothing else. Now, data is all about customer information, accounting records, performance data. What are we looking? What kind of customers are being there? What kind of accounting records are we maintaining? Are we maintaining only the transactional or the reasons behind it? As in, IFRS is all about it. IFRS stands for International Finance Reporting System, and the way we depict the data, show the data so that it comes to make a sense about it. Well, why are we depicting a performance data? Because this will enable, or should I say equip, the managers to arrive to a particular decision. Let's say we're talking about inventory logs, the transportation schedule, the training schedule. If we are talking around it, these are the things that the manager has to have it every now and then, and probably then only he will, or probably she will, may come to a decision. These are nothing but data crunching, if I may say so. So data is basically organization's information in a sequential fashion. We are talking about making decisions, nothing else. Data is only about organizing decisions thereby. So yes, decision is the crux of the job that comes around it. We should be knowing that business is doing or performing in the future. What is business doing, or what is business going to perform in the future, is the scope of a chief executive officer. Allow me to discuss a chief executive officer who is probably into business transactions for online payment via debit card or credit card. So what is he doing around it? Probably the POS system. The POS is point of sales machine from which the transaction has been carrying around it. Probably this gentleman is manning the company where they are taking the brokerages as a revenue generation. Now the CEO is doing good. It is a revenue generating company. Everything is profitable. Now what else can he do around it? Probably the next best thing is how many transactions are fraudulent transactions. Probably that is what we will try to go around it. Map to a country, probably in his country, in which all nooks and corners fraudulent transactions taking places. Now, this is giving some sense of active information to the chief executive officer as to what can be done so that this fraudulent transaction can be stopped or the company cannot be milked away of its revenue. So yes, success is all about business intelligence. Remember, the company is profitable. It is transactional business, earns a brokerage around it, but probably how we can earn much better revenue, and that is the only way to come on arriving to a decisions of tracking down the fraudulent transactions. So business intelligence will give us way to business analytics. Remember, BI is all about what has been done as of now. And what will business analytics tell you? It will be future oriented, which will say or put a more of a stress to monitor the places where fraudulent transactions are taking place, and that is what we are looking into it. So allow me to capture this information and how do we go around it. So managers essentially have three basic roles: that of an interpersonal roles, informational roles, and decisions role thereby. This is what we are looking forward to it, right? So what do we managers require it? We require, the manager require information technology support for, not for the interpersonal role, definitely that's an behavioral role aspect, but for the last two, that is informational roles and decision roles per se. So managers requires information technology support in terms of making decision. Let's say decisions are of three types: one of operational control, management control, and the strategic planning. Decision can be structured, semi-structured, and unstructured. Now, these are the types of decision that comes around it. In an operational control, the account receivable orders. In a semi-structured decision, it will be production schedule and inventory control as on when on basis. Selecting a cover for a magazine, buying a software, approving loan, as the case might be. Now, these are the number of decisions that goes on a day-to-day basis. On management control would be budget analysis, credit evaluation, negotiations, uh, decision support system, as the case might be. Strategic planning would be encompassing the financial planning, financial management, warehouse location, building a new plant, making a decision, appointing a vendor, going for a research and development, adopting a new technology, and so on and so forth. It clearly says a manager will be an effective manager if the requisite data is at her disposal. So, problem structures can be basically bifurcated into three ways, which is based on the structure, if it is highly structured or highly unstructured, and in between comes the semi-structure comes around it. In most of the business scenario, we see problems are highly unstructured. In fact, it is unpredictable. Though we have some past data to go around it. What is highly structured data is all about it. Allow me to give you some example. As such, the order entry in a highly unstructured data, it will determine a new store location. For example, I am going to build up a new store or probably appoint a new store. Semi-structured would be somewhere down the corner. For this order entry, for this new store, can I go for a loan approval or raising of the funds? How do we go around it? Now, this is the decision that I was talking about in terms of operational control, management control, and strategic planning per se. So, what is business intelligence? Business intelligence is the data once which has been sequentially structured makes some some kind of sense for the managers to arrive to a decision. Remember, there are big companies, for example, IBM, for example, SAP, SAP, or Microsoft Business Intelligence actually work on these parameters altogether. We are talking about ERPs, we are talking about CRM, we are talking about SCM, ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning, or CRM, Customer Relationship Management, or SCM, Supply Chain Management. Everything depends on the business intelligence, and that is all about data warehousing. Big data are available. How do you make sense of it, and how do you capitalize upon them is what business data is all about it. How about getting and crunching the data so that you come and arrive to a certain decision of financing, certain decision of location, certain decision of investment, certain decision of probably carrying out with the business per se, and how to go around it. So the scope of business intelligence is plentiful. For a smaller scale organization, I am sure most of the job has been done by the Excel spreadsheets. Definitely yes. But for the larger organization, it becomes a bit more complex. Data mining is required, predictive analysis is required. There are plentiful of dashboard that comes up with so many kind of features, probably depiction as on when on case basis. So organization utilizes business intelligence through data warehousing in terms of enterprise-wide needs, departmental needs, let's say the sales data, the finance data, the inventory data, the shipping data. These are departmental data that we require around it. In collation, if you take it in totality, it will be the enterprise-wide data that comes around. So what can we do? What can we do for business intelligence application? Multi-dimensional analysis or an online analytical processing, OLAP. One of the major things that comes around it. We have data mining, we have decision support system. I'm sure most of you have understood what decision support system. How do we arrive with it? What are the connotations that comes around it, and the numerical viability to tell you what is the probability of your hit or a win rate is all about it. So multi-dimensional analysis or the OLAP or online analytical processing is basically nothing but slicing and dicing of data stored in a dimensional format, drilling down in a greater detail and aggregating data thereby. Data mining, searching for information in a database, probably data warehouse or data mart per se. If you look into it, if we keep on hitting up the question to come back again, see you later, let me get back to you, probably things are not in order. This is what the it shows around it. We need to come with decision support system. Remember, combining models and data in an attempt to solve semi-structured, unstructured problem is all about DSS, decision support system, as the case might be. We need to make some form of intelligence that comes around here. That is there in the boardroom, which needs to be replaced every now and then. DSS capabilities are all about sensitivity analysis, what if analysis, and goal seeking analysis. So, what is sensitivity analysis? If you are changing anything, incremental change, a marginal change, how does it depict or how does it make an impact on the profitability of the company or the revenue generation thing? What if analysis or scenario planning? You are planning for scenario A, scenario B, scenario C, and goal seeking analysis is somewhere down the corner. You have set the goal before you start working towards the goal. So goal has been set. Now you try to figure out the path to achieve the goal by presenting BI results in a digital dashboard, and plentiful of them are available in the internet. I'm sure I'm giving you a few of them for you to understand. Some things are very logical, very easy for you to understand, as been mentioned out here. And then there are certain pedometers that comes around it. Many a dashboard will give you a lot of pedometers in terms of effectiveness, so on and so forth. And how do you rate it out? So it can be reflected in a different demarcations every time as per your conveniences. Now, data visualization is one of the most interesting thing that people actually work upon it. Why? Because data might be there, knowledge is there, even sense making and decision making is there, but people need convincing, and everybody is not convincing until and unless if things have been shown depicted in the most lucid of fashion, most easy manner, so that it get entrenched into the minds of a person. And this is what data visualization talks about. It is all geographic information. If it is can tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, probably depicted in real life situation, almost a real life situation, that is what we are looking into it. I would prefer if you can visit the YouTube and look at Hans Rosling TED Talk or data visualization as the thing. I repeat, Hans Rosling, Hans, Hans Rosling, Rosling is the name. Please type it on the YouTube. Go for TEDx Talk or the data visualization. Wonderful presentation. Remember the presentation that just I showed you about this gentleman who is looking after a payment system on a credit card, via credit card, debit card, or a virtual payment system that we are looking into it. So similar kind of presentation would be shown out there. Absolutely moving and captivating if you can go around it. And that is a classic example of data visualization. The power of visualization, even through a picture, it is worth 1,000 words. We have to be very careful as what we are seeing or what we are showing per se, because people might perceive things to their conveniences. So remember, uh, business intelligence results should be always be appropriate and on a real-time basis, because any delay in the business intelligence, the perceived outcome would be completely different. Enable user to employ multi-dimensional analysis, data mining, decision support system to analyze data in real life, as the case been shown. We are seeing a pedometers, we are seeing a graph that comes around it, and a multiple of data which tells you what to do and what not to do. This remains a glorifying example. Thank you for watching this video till the very end. I'm sure business intelligence at its best might have entrance to everybody's mind. Thank you very much.